defining values, philosophies, and goals in our businesses. This is such a unique topic. And it's unique because it's like those things in life, like sweeping out our garage or fitness and nutrition. We always realize we need to do it. We have the best intentions to do it, but we never seem to get around to being able to do it. So we're going to talk about business philosophies, values, and goals. And I have a very good complimentary guide called the Soul Purpose Guide. And it's very much related because values, philosophies, and goals represent what's important to us, the way we think, our DNA, the things that are important to us. It's just that we have to make it a priority. We say health is an important priority to us, but then we never seem to take time to do that. And so we're going to take apart today, just break down a little bit, values, philosophies, and goals, and how that can help you in your business and how it's helped me in our business here. So first of all, we need to understand what are the guiding principles to a common goal. And that phrase in itself, what are the guiding principles to a common goal? That's what we're trying to do in our businesses. Each time I walk into Wealth Factory, I come through the door and I try and be the first one here every morning because I like that quiet time. I like to walk around the office here. I like to look at the cubicles where I know different people are going to be sitting that day. And I ask myself, are we all working towards a common goal? Well, the sales team may think that sales is their goal. The advising team may think that coaching is their goal. The administrative team may think that problem solving is their goal. But those are responsibilities. That's their job. What is our common goal? We have our theme, economic independence for entrepreneurs. So our goal is to help guide entrepreneurs to that point where they're secure and they feel like their business is going to get them to where they need to be. If they have that mindset and we have that common goal, then we've got a common place to start. We can start to work with them and get them to where they need to be. So a very, very early part of the conversation that we have with individuals that join our program that are clients of ours, what's your mission? What is your why? What are you trying to do? And so for Wealth Factory, that started with understanding what our common goal was. So we talk about attributes, the things that are important to us at Wealth Factory. Some of those examples are maybe loyalty, trust, honesty. And the beautiful thing is, as you develop the philosophies and the values around your company, there is no wrong answer. If it reflects you, your personality, it reflects the common good of what the team's working for, then it's going to work. And here's what's really important. Here at Wealth Factory, we develop things like vision and goals. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on what ours is because I don't want to talk to a client and hear that my mission statement ended up being the very same one that they have. You have to work through that yourself. And we have tools to be able to do that. We have conversations with you to be able to help you to do that. But it all starts with what is that vision statement? What is that biggest piece? What is it that you have clarity on? How are you going to not only impact your world, impact the world of the people that work for you, impact your clients or your customers? But here, think about this. How are you going to impact the whole world? So if you have a vision statement that talks about what is it that we can do in our company that is going to make the difference in a lot of people's lives, how does that make things feel from a different standpoint? So when I talk about economic independence for entrepreneurs, I am an advocate for business owners. I'm a lifetime entrepreneur, but I am a full-time advocate for business owners, because if you understand your path and you understand how your business can be profitable, help you, your family, help a lot of customers, then you've actually started to impact the whole world. So work on your vision statement. There's things online that can help you do that. At Wealth Factory, we actually help our clients work through that. But get focused on your vision statement. Understand what it is that you want to do to change the world. And be unique. I mentioned earlier that you don't need my mission statement. It's not the same as you and your business. Be unique. Find something that is reflective of your personality and of the personalities of the other team members that are in your company. And so as you work on philosophies, vision, and statements of mission, be simple. Make it as simple as you possibly can. Make it something that everybody on the team can remember. One of the best experiences I had was owning a rather large manufacturing company. I was part owner. I had other partners in there. And there's this concept called the International Standards Organization, ISO 9000. We applied for it. We went through the process. It was very, very, very hard. We had several hundred people in that company, but each one of them, from the people that cleaned the tables in the lunchroom, right up to the C-suite executives in the company, which I was privileged to be a part of, every single person knew what the mission statement was of that manufacturing company. It was so important to us, we put it on a little card. We laminated it. Everybody had it in their wallet. And it was important that everybody understand that and buy into it because it was simple. But when we were being reviewed by the ISO, when those professionals came in, everybody's fair game. They could talk to somebody on the manufacturing line, or they could talk to somebody in the corporate suite and just ask them, what's your mission statement? And if you couldn't quote it verbatim, you had points knocked against you. But we were successful in doing that because we kept it as simple as we possibly could. And this is a part as you discover and you think about what's important to you. When you work through the soul purpose guide that we give you, it's going to help you discover what's important to you. And then we can just be a sounding board at that point when you become a client of ours. When you do your mission statement, develop your philosophies, the days, and I speak to this a lot because I'm older. I've been through this 5 decades now. I've been through several economic turns and in a lot of different businesses. And I know that nothing is in concrete, that you have to be flexible. And as you develop your mission statement, as you develop your vision statement, be as flexible as in the next iteration as you need to be. The mission statement for a startup company is completely different than the mission statement of an existing company or a growing company or an acquisition company. So just don't get embedded in a mission or vision statement or a philosophy that is going to keep you locked in, is going to keep you handcuffed, because you have to be flexible. Use the people on the team as a resource. You just have no idea that actually the smartest people and the people that care as much about your business are probably right outside your office door. Use them as a resource as you start to develop your mission statements. It has to start with the founders. There's one of my original mentors that I've held to this day, over 40 years ago. One of his favorite sayings, everything rises and falls on leadership. As a business owner, as an entrepreneur, own it. Own it in a very, very literal way. There's so many business owners and some that are actually a little bit successful, they're just mailing it in. They're just kind of coming in each day. They're not portraying vision. They're not going around to each one of the team members and saying, hey, what's our mission statement? Explain that to me. What does it mean to you? own it. It starts with the founders. It starts at the very, very top. So if you have partners, talk with them about it. If you have people that are important in your life that you bounce things off from a professional standpoint, get their guidance and then get the buy-in from the company from there. So you're always looking to others, both outside the organization, within the team, and once you find that right philosophy, that right mission statement, that right vision statement, embed it into the fabric of the company. So as I said earlier, mission statements, philosophy statements, those are things that, oh yeah, we always, we know to do that, but you never seem to get around to it. It has to be fresh, minimum annually. So when you do your annual meeting with your partners, with the key team members, with the whole team, work on it every year. Hey, here's our core values. Here's our mission statement. Here's what we live by. Do we need to adjust that? Have things changed? Has our clients changed? How we want to serve them, has that changed? And for Wealth Factory, it changes a lot. I would like to think that we could just do the same thing over and over again for the next 10 years. It doesn't work that way. And that's actually okay. That keeps us fresh. That keeps us sharp. That keeps us looking for more content. And all that cycles back around where we're revisiting regularly our philosophies, our vision statements, and our mission statements. And we make it it's so embedded, we make it a part of how we actually recruit for the team members that we want. So again, look to the guide that I'm going to provide you, the Sole Purpose Guide. You'll get some ideas in there of where to start, but ideally you'll be working with Wealth Factory and working with the individuals on the team to help you develop clarity around philosophies, vision, and mission statement. Let me share with you something that was very, very unique and eye-opening for me. I was working with a very, very successful client of Wealth Factory, and they happened to be in an industry that they were very, very good at, and they flourished. And as we started to work with them, and I had the privilege of being able to work directly with them, I asked them that question very simply. What is your mission? What is it you want to do? What are you trying to accomplish in your business? And they were in the health industry, a very, very specific part of the health industry, the chiropractic industry, which in itself, in my mind, is a very, very positive thing. It's built around health, well-being, and longevity. Their answer to me was to make more money. I'm doing this because I make more money. And I sensed from them that they weren't happy. And so we dug into that a little bit deeper. And I asked them, is it only about making the money? And when they paused and thought about that, they said, no, we really are helping people. But we never defined that. We never defined that what we were trying to do was to get a healthier generation. So we peeled it back even more layers. And I said, well, tell me a little bit more about what you envision that mission statement looks like. And he goes, well, to be real honest with you, I love working with patients, but I love working with other chiropractors even more. And they had been thinking about developing a coaching program for other chiropractors to teach associates health and well-being and fitness and nutrition. And I'm like, explain to me then, what makes you happier? Working with the actual patient or working with other chiropractors? If I could design my day, Norm, I would work with other chiropractors all day long. And we started to build a mission statement around that. And it changed the whole course of his business. Not only within a year did he have a profitable chiropractor coaching business, but his individual practice was flourishing and that was doing better. And it all was that very subtle piece. He didn't have a clear vision of exactly where he was going to go. He was coming in every day and just doing the same thing over and over again. And it wasn't very fulfilling. And it's tragic when an individual loses their passion for what they do professionally, what they went to school for, why they originally wanted to help people, it's the saddest thing in the world. So we helped him get clarity. We got clarity around that, where he understood, what the mission of his chiropractic practice would be and what the mission of his coaching business would be. And they both ended up flourishing because of that clarity that he received through that process we went through. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. Don't miss out on a single Wealth Factory tip like this next one with proven ways to build your wealth.